there's a brothel in New York, and they're offering free sex sessions for anybody who gets the COVID vaccine.
Oh, free sessions, like full sessions.
Full sessions. I don't know what that entails. I've never been to one, but
I mean, I guess they know you're not sick.
yeah. Yeah. Do you think you get it after the first or the second one?
I guess the first one, right?
No, I feel like the second.
I mean, once you do the first one, you kind of have to get the second one. So the first one, they'd be like, okay, well, you can go get the second one later, but for now, congratulations.
Here's your session.
Here's your session.
Is it like after the first one you get like a half session?
That would suck.
Like halfway, and like come
Or
back.
just like
Come back later.
just like hands?
Just hand stuff,
Yeah.
like second base.
There you go.
Not saying I would do it, but like I didn't get anything for getting the vaccine.
I mean, I would probably. That sounds kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
It just depends, you know.
Just a good marketing tactic.
Do you want to make yourselves a brothel and then offer
Offer ourselves up.
sessions to anyone that gets vaccinated?
I don't know who would come. People would come for Dalton.
No,
We have about 29,000 followers that would come for Dalton.
Well, you know.
But yeah. On that note,
Sorry, that sound is throwing me off.
Let's just jump into this big thing. David, roll that intro.
Can you turn
I'm
it up
Drumm.
a little bit? I'm Drummer. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
All right,
right.
welcome back, everybody. Week 103.
Week 103, guys. That's 1 plus 50, 51, plus 50, 101, plus 1, 102, plus 1, 103. We made it, guys. We're at 103 episodes now. Remember when we were at 100? So do I. It was great.
And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
This is a podcast about brotherhood and the 3 S's: storytelling,
Supernatural,
and self-improvement. Dalton, let's start this day off with a little weekly catch-up.
a little weekly catch-up. That's my favorite kind. And
What's going on, man? How's your week?
Well, man, I'll explain to this Matthew a little earlier. I was like, I'm not stressed or have anxiety about moving out, but I'm anxious. And that's what's getting me the most is I need to know, like, I just need to get it done. So, it's bothered me that I haven't packed or done absolutely anything yet. So,
How long do you think it'll take you to pack?
the packing's not the hard part. It's like we still have to I have to work on Friday, and then we have to do stuff at the new house on Friday. So it's like there's still things to do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to change clothes, and I want to come into the place with like a clean laundry. So Friday night I'm gonna do all my laundry.
Yeah.
For the last time.
Yeah.
Does that help? You can still hear it?
It's okay. I feel like we're in like a good roll with it. So you're good.
Yeah, I've decided to move forward.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm probably going to at least on Thursday, I'm just gonna pick up my clothes for Friday, and then just put everything else away. So I'll have an outfit for Friday, outfit for Saturday when we move everything.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what I gotta do.
I'll just leave those out and just kind of wear those for a couple of days.
I think I'm just gonna do a full laundry night Friday night, however late it gets.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get up anyways. And then we had to figure out how to get a trailer or a
U-Haul.
U-Haul.
But it's kind of nice because we don't have a lot. It's not like for when you and Rachel moved in, right? Rachel was already living on her own. So she had the essentials.
She had a couch. She had a table. We had the bed.
Did she have silverware? Stuff
Yep.
for the kitchen, pots, pans, and stuff like that?
Yeah.
See, the only pan I have is the one that you and Rachel got me for my birthday a couple years ago.
It's a good pan.
It is fucking fantastic.
We got to
pan.
tighten the handle.
The handle doesn't stay tight.
Hey, man, that's warranty's up, dude.
We can't return it now.
You can take it up.
Yeah, but
with,
I have that pan, some tongs, my Blackstone, and then
your meat turner.
my meat turner.
What meat turner?
The 3-prong one it's like a stick and then it comes out at the end with propeller. It looks like a propeller.
A propeller.
Did you get that for me? Do I
got
have that?
that for you.
Oh, yes. For the ground turkey
Yes.
to match it all up.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
thing's
thing's
dope.
fucking fantastic.
That thing works very well for ground turkey.
But like, I got overwhelmed when we were walking around at Home Goods, by the spot. I think I said this last week, but like, I was like, fuck, we don't have anything. Like things that I just took for granted my whole life. So this past Saturday, we ended up going to, Monique and I spent the afternoon going around and going shopping for stuff that we needed. So we found there's a discount store in Azusa that's basically like anything that's slightly used from Costco. So it's not like perfect condition. Somebody returned it for whatever reason. It gets sent to the store and you're supposed to get like great discounts. So my dad told me about it. Monique's parents had told her about it. So I was like, sweet. Like we still need a coffee maker. We still need some other things. So let's go see if we can get it there. I'm going to chalk it up to the supply chain issues that we're having recently. But like, it just wasn't that like great of a discount.
Oh, really?
I did see some Kirkland golf clubs, but they were, not going to lie, this is a true story. They were on a shelf that was too high for me to grab, so I wasn't able to look at them because I didn't want to go ask anybody to get them down for me.
Damn.
But yeah, so we got like a couple towels from there, some stuff for our bathroom, and then we ended up at a place where I know I did it with you. I don't know if I ever went with you, where we would go play hide and seek in high school. You ever play hide and seek at IKEA?
Nope.
No? Yeah.
You invited me once.
That was definitely like polo, a water polo thing.
Yeah. So we ended up at IKEA, and what's funny is I didn't talk to David about this, but he put this down as a talking point. And when we walked in, we finally got to like this spot where we were gonna like start walking in because parking was atrocious. They're like working on it or something. But I was like, man, this is the first time at IKEA where I'm actually here to buy the furniture. Like I'm actually here to purchase things for my home, like that I'm going to need, and like to help you get ideas of like, because the spot that we're moving into is the kitchen's small, so we need to figure out how to use the space accordingly to be able to fit all of our stuff. Because like I have an air fryer and an Instant Pot which I put away when I don't use, but there's just not a lot of counter space. So trying to figure out how we can make the most of the area. So it was very fun. Like Monique and I had a really good time like walking around, going through and sitting down, but it's just like it took a different like I had way more opinions on things now that it's like I'm older, I guess.
No, it's because it's going into your house.
Yeah, that and I have to pay for it.
Yeah, you do have to pay for it.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me steal it.
Nope, not gonna happen. Not
So
gonna happen this time.
what are you contributing to the apartment, Dalton?
Good vibes.
I'm just bringing good energy, man.
Good
Because the
energy.
three of you are living there together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
would think the three of you are splitting up the common items.
So when I the first thing I told them both was, this is for you guys. This is like going to be your space mainly.
So when you move out, you're not taking anything.
I'm way too picky, and I know like me and Mo like the same things for the most part, but for how I would want my aesthetic to be is very different than her aesthetic, And that's why I'm not going to be like, oh, can I put my artwork in the living room? Because I think it's just a little different,
But today, so Dalton's bathroom is going to be the bathroom that everybody that comes to visits is going to use.
Oh, dude.
And Dalton's been giving me this like, he's like, it's going to be an experience when our guests come over.
I'm working on. I got ideas,
Do you have surround sound?
dude. It's gonna be like when you go in there, you're gonna want to get out. You know what I mean?
That terrifies me.
You're gonna want to get out.
Yeah, but like in a really like influential way.
Again, I have no idea what this entails.
It's a
Wait, you're gonna be influenced to get out, or you're gonna be influenced to like do your stuff?
to get out. It's gonna be just crazy.
Give me one element of
Nah,
this bathroom.
Absolutely not.
Then I don't believe you.
You don't have to. I don't want to.
I
I
don't
don't want you to
know.
believe me.
I just know we're probably going to be having a house meeting very soon.
Blood.
No.
Wait, it only gets better from there.
Okay, I'm waiting.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
We'll have to. I don't know. I'll describe it when we move in.
It's just an artist that I found that's like.
But yeah, so Dalton's going to be able to, I'm terrified for this bathroom, but we'll see what happens.
It's not gonna be that bad.
It's
not
gonna
be that
no.
bad.
It's gonna be like a totally normal bathroom, and he's gonna have that shower curtain that just has blood stains on it.
I didn't even think about that. I want my shower curtain to just be like
Star Wars.
Oh, I can get a Star Wars. Oh my god, I can get I can get a shower curtain.
You can get a shower curtain and then have it be like the one where it's like the silhouette. It's like a silhouette, so it looks
No,
like
that's fucking terrifying.
it looks like C-3PO and R2-D2 are in the shower.
Oh,
What are they doing?
They're
taking a
just
shower,
hanging
dude.
out.
Hanging out.
Oil bath.
Taking an oil bath. You never seen him do that before?
An oil bath?
Yeah, Matt.
Oh, 'cause
You
they're
don't get
robots.
water on robots.
I
They
apologize.
do it in episode 4. Mm-hmm.
Do they really?
Yes, that's why he's cleaning them. Come up.
In the very beginning? Oh, okay.
It's not in the beginning.
I don't know. I'm not
Damn
that.
it.
I don't know that Star Wars that well.
But how was your week, Matt?
Week's been good. Just getting a lot of the stuff ready, finalized for the move.
So can you tell me why do people go to IKEA and just like window shop?
I've only gone to IKEA twice, and each time I hated it
Why?
because I don't like it there.
That's not an answer.
It's exactly why I don't like it there. It's like dark, lighting's not very good. There's like furniture everywhere.
I don't think you went to IKEA.
And there's
I
nothing.
think
in
you went
the
to a
furniture.
random furniture store. That does
No,
not
I went
sound
to
like
IKEA and I was like, I'm done.
Was
And
it open when you went? Why was it dark?
The playroom for the kids?
Why were you in there?
Terrifying. It's like gross. There's like a weird vibe going on there on the play area.
I mean, it is Swedish.
It is, and they have really adopted their Swedish roots.
Adopted or adapted?
Adopted.
Okay.
Because before it was like things were just named normal stuff like in the English language, but now everything is like in Swedish language. Like Monique was trying to pick out a pillow and we were trying to decide between the two pillows and she kept referring to them by their Swedish name and I was like, just pick the fluffy one or not fluffy one. Like I don't know which is which. But what was the question?
Why people just go and shop for a house they don't have at IKEA?
Because I think it's fun to walk around and see the different setups. Because IKEA is really good at utilizing small spaces.
Yeah.
Very good at that. Very good at making obviously you'd have to buy the whole set for it to look exactly like that. But they have really good ideas as far as how to get the most space.
Most bang for the buck.
Exactly. And the most bang for your buck. And then also, too, how to make it just feel cozy and livable. And they have different styles. And, I know for Monique and I, when we were younger, we would go to IKEA. And it was always about, talking about when we had our own place together. And, feeling out each other's interests. Do you like this? Yes or no? Why? And then, just like different conversations come up. Like I've learned a lot about Monique and like the way that she was raised and kind of got to see like her eye for different things through IKEA just from walking around with her, especially when you were younger. And so then going there this past weekend, it was like interesting to see how much of that has changed. Like Monique's always been somebody that's she likes, open spaces. She likes for the room to feel like breathable,
So like she would tear down this wall.
It would be open concept, absolutely.
That'd be nice. That's pretty nice.
That's the first thing I said when we walked in. I was like, this isn't an actual like important wall.
Yeah.
The house is not going to come falling down.
I mean, is it?
I think the only thing I'll have to say is that post right here.
Yeah.
That's about it. The guy said. But Dad was going to tear it down.
Yeah, I think he should.
Who knows? He might now. So
just he's going to Kool-Aid man the wall.
Do something. Just like, I'm going to tear this down.
But yeah, so it was cool to go this time and being able to buy the furniture. But I think that's why you go when you're younger is like just to kind of have something to do, walk around and talk, And then it also helps that they have great ice cream and meatball sandwiches.
Swedish meatball sandwiches.
Yeah, you can get a meatball sub. It's so good.
Really? I've never been to IKEA for the food.
It's like a. It's
I
like
think I've only got a
meme.
hot dog there. Is that like a cool place to go to eat?
Not really.
No. Why did you go then?
Because me and my friends would go play hide and seek, and then we would go and get food after, and then sit down and talk.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right
Just
on.
the time that we had in high school. What the heck?
Just do whatever the fuck we wanted. Yeah.
David, how was your week?
It was good. We had Rachel's the rest of her birthday week.
Yes.
So what was it? Yesterday was Monday. Able to finally tear down all the decorations that were in the apartment.
You decorated?
Yep.
What'd you put
I went
up?
to the dollar store and I just got a bunch of crap.
I don't care where you went. What'd you put up?
Where you went?
Oh, it was just
like,
so it was like streamers. The TV had like a happy birthday, like clear sign on it. There was the hanging happy birthday. The little like jumbles of curly paper.
Okay.
The fuck?
What else? Like the centerpieces that have little fluffs at the bottom.
Oh, those
and
are fun.
say,
Yeah.
Happy birthday. We were cowboys for Halloween and we had light up hats, so I put them on our pumpkins.
How do you guys come up with that idea?
I did it all when she was not there.
Nice.
The Cowboys?
Oh, we went to Goodwill to look for a costume and we found the 2 hats.
It's the easiest thing in
she
the world.
was like, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. It made us very big targets at Not Scary Farm, but
because of the hats?
because of the hats.
Yeah.
No matter what, you can see those things.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
on the pedal boats. Have you ever been on the pedal boats?
I haven't.
In the lakes?
I haven't. The only thing I saw is I was in line at Disneyland and I opened up my story and I see Ernesto and JP going as hard as they can to ram another swan. And I said, oh, they're going to destroy each other. And then I saw the collision. And I said, they're not going to destroy each other.
How fast did you go on those things?
Not very fast. It's like the assault bike.
Ugh.
It was basically like riding an assault
That's
bike.
exactly what I thought. I was like, that has to be the nastiest leg pump. Because like you're turning the wheels and then it's just, that's how you move. And I'm like, I'd get tired. I just float.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's
it.
essentially like how the rowers, when you're like shooting the water around, you're doing that, but with your feet.
Yeah.
How do you turn?
They had a rudder.
Oh, was it in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But like the handle was at the front, but the rudder was at the back.
Oh.
But it was nighttime, so they were decorated like swans, and they lit up.
Nice.
It was very fun. So we boxed in Rachel, and we sang happy birthday to her. Otherwise, people were just playing bumper boats. But yeah, no, you could push as hard as you want, no matter what.
Boats.
It was just little clicks.
That's annoying.
I think what was funny is from the video, I just heard laughter, like childlike laughter. You know when a kid just starts laughing, like they're having the time of their life?
Yeah.
That's just all I heard. And then I
That's so
saw the
funny.
collision, like,
Like they were expecting so much more.
it's like when like when you and I were little, like we'd get the pool noodles and we would just start hitting each other with it.
Yeah.
And we'd be laughing for no reason because
Yeah.
like we could hit each other as hard as we wanted. It didn't really hurt.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing, just with swan pedal boats.
If pool noodles were a floating device in the water, it'd be a swan.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One of those things.
But then also people just use pool noodles to shoot water at each other.
Yes. Honestly, those are probably the greatest inventions for the pool. I honestly believe that. Do you like pool noodles?
No, the best invention for the pool was that little torpedo that you can do. Capono played it in the torpedo league. That was the best. Me and Dalton, we used this. You remember this? We would sit down. We'd go all the way down to the bottom. We would open our legs and we would throw the torpedo and try and hit the other person in the penis.
I never got him.
No, I did. I was pretty accurate.
Yeah, it hurt. It would hit hard. It went fast.
It's fucking sharp, dude.
And it was heavy. It was like a legit torpedo.
Yeah, because that's the sink.
Yeah,
So
that was crazy.
I think that was single-handedly the best invention for the water.
Yeah,
More than like squirt guns.
Absolutely.
I had an addiction with squirt guns when I was a little man. I was like, I wanted to fucking shoot. I love that I could shoot people with like a form of a gun, and it just be water, and like no one ever got mad. They just like laugh it off.
Yeah.
So they were obviously enjoying it when I was shooting them.
Yeah.
So then I just shoot the shit. Remember when I got that what the fuck was it? I think it was like an airsoft gun, like the AK.
Yeah.
Airsoft gun.
Uh-huh.
And me and mom, I was showing mom, and she was like, "Oh, it looks nice." And then you came out, and she's like, "What are you gonna do, Dalton?" I was like, "What? Go run!" Just shooting the shit out of Matthew as he runs away. It was so funny. That shit hurt.
When I was closer, it would hurt more. But
if you think about it, it's kind of the same thing that you did to me, but like with the pistol.
Except I was clothed and not out of the shower, and I knew exactly what was going on, and I was able to run away from you.
I guess that's true.
It's very different.
Wait, we're missing half the story here.
No, we told the story before. I got these. We went to Big Five and got these airsoft pistols when we were younger.
Those are the best.
And
dude. They hurt like a motherfucker.
They came in a pack of 2, so we got them, and one was for me, one was for Dalton. The only rule was that we weren't allowed to have them loaded in the house.
To cock that fucker back, you had to like fucking pool.
No, that was your Desert Eagle. This was the one that was easy.
Oh, really?
This was the small one, the real easy one. And so naturally, the one rule, I don't listen to it. So we had to go somewhere. So I left the clip inside because I wanted to make sure as soon as we got back, I wanted to be able to play with it as fast as possible. So instead of taking the 3 seconds to just clip it back in, I just left it out. Or I left it in, right? So we get back, and I'm all excited to play with it. And so then Dalton gets...
We played for most of the day.
We played when we got back, and then you went into the shower. So I thought it'd be funny to surprise, scare Dalton when he came out of the shower to turn around and then, pretend to shoot him. Like, I thought it'd be fucking hilarious, right? Just to see him scared. So Dalton comes out of the shower, and he opens the door. And as soon as he opens the door, because I heard the water turn off, so I knew he was coming out, has his towel around his waist, I turn the corner with the gun, and I pull the trigger so it makes that popping sound, right? Like I fired it, but then a BB came out right into Dalton's gut, right? So it hits Dalton's stomach. Dalton takes his hands, covers it over his stomach, and goes, ugh, right? And then my parents are sitting in the perfect fucking view on the couch, and he looks at my parents all, ugh, and then he just opens his hands, and then a small BB bounces out, right? So
okay, hold on. Shut the fuck up. All right, so Matthew popped out of this fucker, right? Freeze, and then pops me, right? Pops me hard, comes in the stomach, and it hits, and the impact, since it's literally maybe not even 3 feet away, it fucking hurt.
It was close.
And it got stuck in my stomach, and then it just slowly popped out, right? And so I held it, and I look, and I can see Dad, and I try to play it off. I did the best I could.
Yeah, I know
for
you did.
I went, oh, surprise face, and then I went, and I smiled at him and turned back into the restroom.
So then my dad gets up, and I know where this is going. So I drop the gun.
I've never seen that fucker go so fast into his room before.
I ran to my room. I jumped all the way into the smallest corner of my bed.
No, you would go into the crack.
Oh, yeah. I used the mattress. The mattress was the defending mechanism between me and my father. So Dad comes in, and he has the gun in his hands, right? He looks at me, takes the gun in his hand, and snaps it in half, with his bare hands, just crack. So then I'm just impressed at this point. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, that's going to be me. And he's like, stay in your room the rest of the night. And then he closes it. And then I hear my mom go, oh, baby. And she's taking care of Dalton. And Dalton's like, I don't know why Matt did that.
I was so confused. We had such a good day. Matthew just wanted to fucking shoot me.
I didn't know something was going to come out.
Bro, you cocked it before you took everything out. So there was still
There was a 3-hour gap between these moments, and I had forgotten that I had done that. So,
I didn't.
I'm just really glad that it wasn't at his head. You know what I mean?
Dude, that
that could have been very bad. It could have gone very south. So,
but Mom and Dad made it a point to not shoot at our heads. Don't shoot at the face.
Yeah.
Because Mom said that was our moneymakers.
Yep.
And she was right.
She was fucking wrong.
She could tell the future. Look at you guys now.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, Dalton, you had something big going on this weekend that you didn't touch on.
I did. I touched on it last time.
So what happened last week, Dalton? What were you gonna do?
I was about to get ready and get going on a Suicide Boys concert.
Ooh.
And I did it. Boy, was I nervous for about 25 minutes. So the line was about half a mile when I got there. So I got in line as soon as I could, and so that's when everything started to hit. I was like, fuck, I'm alone. What do I do? I'm nervous. I don't want to talk. I was just going crazy. And so it was actually really nice to kind of challenge myself a little bit and be like, okay, I wrote down a list of what can I control? What can I not control? Right? Figured that shit out. Helped a lot. Then I started focusing on breathing, getting my shit back together. And literally about 25 minutes in, that's about the time I got into the area and started going through security. So by the time I was going through security, I was like, all right, fuck it. And I had a great time. It was a great concert. I mean, I knew majority of the artists that were there, but I was only excited for Night Lavelle and Suicide Boys. And Night Lavelle did great. Suicide Boys did great. But we've always gone to pop punk concerts, really. And it's all live music. There's no playback. there's nothing else going on. So it was kind of interesting to see, multiple rappers like coming out on stage with singing with their playback, and singing along with it. So I knew they did that, but these guys would even they wouldn't rap with it. They would yell half a verse and then just rock out. And I'm like, sing it, dude. Like, you made the song. And then when they would sing it, it sounded nothing like them in the record. So I was like, fuck, that kind of sucks. And so there was, I think the only one, I think Shakewell, if anybody knows who Shakewell is, he's a really good rapper, but he sounded as good as he did on the record. So I was pretty happy about that. So some rap artists do have it, but a good amount of them that were there were just they sounded like shit. And I was like, this isn't very good. This music was nice, but I would rather listen to the music than have them sing in front of me.
Well, where were you at?
We were in LA. It was right next to USC. But
it was just this tiny little
parking lot. So I was expecting, to me, Suicide Boys is huge. I love them. I thought they were just ginormous. And then they have this concert. I'm expecting it to be thousands of people. And there was maybe there's 500 people there. Maybe.
Total.
Yeah. It wasn't a big space, man. It was literally a parking lot. It was cut in half, half a parking lot. And then, you just you go there. There was a place for the merch, and there was a bar, and there was bathrooms. That's it. Super simple. And I was like, I could fucking work with this. And they had some food trucks in the back. So I get there, and then I go on the merch line because I'm like, you know what? It's also cold as balls, and I didn't bring a jacket, and it looks like I'm not going to be doing anything crazy till around 9 o'clock. So I got merch, and then that took about an hour. Then by the time I got into the concert into the area where everybody was kind of rocking out and smoking a ton of weed, they were just fucking ranking that shit out, man. It was crazy. They were just pulling those shits out of random places. So I was kind of learning about it a little bit and figuring those things out. So it was cool. I met people along the way, and then finally Suicide Boys came out, and I lost my shit. I was like, it's go time, baby. It felt like Devil Wears Prada again. Yeah. How they did dun 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 dun. They had to sing half a verse, and I was fucking going off. I would just rile people up and then push them and then run around. It was great, and it was just it was fun to go. But it was definitely there were people that passed out. There were people that had to get pulled out of the crowd because it was getting so squished.
Oh shit.
Those things did happen, but it wasn't like the Travis Scott concert.
Yeah. So Monique and I are at IKEA, right? And then Dalton, I texted Dalton, like, hey man, are you on your way yet? And he was like, give me the rundown. And then Monique's like, oh, I forgot his concert's tonight. I'm like, oh yeah, he's pretty excited to go. Blah blah blah. She goes, man, I hope everything's okay. Did you hear about the Travis Scott concert? And I'm like, no, what happened? And I swear she was there because she was in just excruciating details explaining to me what went down at this Travis Scott concert. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, there's people dead in the middle of the pit, but nobody stopped dancing. These people climbed up to the cameraman and said, we need help. And they told them to move so they could keep going. And I'm like, babe, can we wait till Dalton gets home tonight? Can you tell me the rest of this later? She's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, it's okay. But then I had that in my head. So the whole time Dalton's there, I'm like, fuck. All right, just hope you're all right. We've been to worse than this. So
yeah, and then Matthew's song came on. If anybody wants to know what Matthew's song is with Suicide Boys, it's called Second Hand.
It's just one part though.
How's it go?
I'm a well, Tony wanna die myself, Tony wanna lie, let the bells pow, falling out of night. I fuck it every time. I turn it back, I close my eyes.
It's my favorite part.
It's the best part, and it's a dope ass part.
Yeah, because it switches beats.
It's just hard.
It's fucking sick.
It goes fucking hard.
I love it.
So I on the way there, I had a set of songs that I wanted to hear from them that I really really wanted to hear, and I know because it was from their previous albums that are pretty far back because they've been playing since 2015. So there was a lot of songs I wanted to hear, and they played every song that I could have thought about hearing. So I was super pumped, you know.
And then did you try to call me when that song came on?
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of calling me, he sends me just a blank bubble, right? And I see it and I go, yep, he's getting trampled on right now. Travis Scott is now holding a concert for Dalton, and Dalton's dead on the floor, sending this bubble. So then I text him and I go, you good? No response. So Monique and I are watching Survivor, and all I can think about is my brother at this concert fighting for his life. And I'm like sitting there like, oh, man, this
I'm
is
so
the worst.
sad. I thought he'd have more faith in me.
I'm not saying you wouldn't make it out alive. I'm just saying
The crowd was – I could work with that crowd. I feel like I've worked with the worst. So
Well, I was going to say, too, the Suicide Boys have been around for a while, but they just got big really off of that TikTok song.
I mean, some of like they got big, and there was a lot of like kids that were there that didn't know what they were walking into, and not like in like a like I'm not like being cocky, but I've had experience with the crowds, like those type of crowds, and I don't think these people have because there were people crying, like. And people were getting thrown the fuck into pits, man. But the pits were also like just like push pits and like run in circle pits. Like it wasn't crazy. So there was like no actual fighting. And then as we were waiting for other artists, like people would go into the middle of the pit and start breakdancing and start doing random flips or
cool.
see who could smoke the joint the fastest. It was fucking fun. It was dope.
Well, I texted Dalton. I said, remember, always keep your feet on the floor. No jumping.
Yeah.
That's like if you've never been in a mosh pit and you end up in one, don't jump.
Don't jump. It
You
hurts.
will
You
get
get thrown.
fucking floored.
Fuck, I got fucked up. That was a terrible thing. But, you learn when those things happen. Yeah. And I did. And I showed Matt the videos where I started out kind of like in the back.
He made his way up very
and
close.
I was in the
too.
front. I got all the way
I
up
was
there.
sick. Monique was impressed. She thought, that's good for a guy. What the hell does that mean? What do you do to get to the front? She's always at the front, so I don't know what Monique's
Well,
doing
they
at
always
these
let
concerts.
girls through. Girls can go through like that. Like they don't. It's not hard for them because they just go, excuse me, and we help them out because we don't want them getting hurt.
Yeah.
But then, there was a girl in front of me, two girls in front of me, and they were like, they were crying. They didn't know where they were. You could just tell they just needed to get out. And so it was during the Suicide Boys concert. I was like, okay, it's only gonna get worse from here. So they're like, can you help us get out? And I was like, sure. And I look at this big guy and I tap him and I was like, can you help them get out? He goes, yeah. And he starts throwing kids, just fucking chunking them, and then helps them like leave. And like I wasn't gonna help them. Like I wanted to go do my own thing, so I just gave it to the other guy.
Nice. Delegation.
Figure it out.
That's what you need to do.
And then someone tried to crowd surf and it just didn't go well. Yeah, he got fucked up.
Like they just dropped him.
Yeah, they didn't want to do it. And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It was just different crowd for sure. But it was still a lot of fun. Had a great time. And I will definitely be doing it again. Ghost Main is probably next.
Nice.
So we'll see.
No Aries, though.
No Aries, unfortunately.
Sold out. Well, you, Matt, had the opposite experience. Usually Disneyland is like a mosh pit, but...
Yeah, Disneyland was sick.
Could you really tell the difference?
From a mosh pit in Disneyland?
How many people were there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shouty Touty, Carla, and Gio. Thanks for...
Avid listener.
Thanks for getting us in. Yeah, Monique
Love
and I
you
got
guys.
to go to Disneyland for the first time in a long time. And the average wait time was like 45 minutes, like from all the rides throughout the day. But when we would get to the front, I don't know if it was like sanitation or cleaning or what, but they would like
It has to be.
Yeah. They would temporarily close the ride for like 15 minutes.
Did you have to wear masks in there?
No, actually. Not unless you went into the stores.
Are you were you did they only take vaccinated people in? No, they took everyone?
Yeah, they took everyone. So it was cool, man. Got to see the Haunted Mansion all decorated for Christmas. That was the first time I'd ever done that.
Is that mind-blowing?
Bro, it's fucking awesome.
Phenomenal.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since I've been there, so it was just like a lot's changed. Got to go, like, obviously the classics like, Thunder Mountain and all the fun ones, but we ended up in Star Wars Land, which was super fun.
Yeah.
Just the attention to detail, like even in the bathrooms, like you walked in, like they do a very, very good job of taking you into a completely different world very quickly. You know?
They do such a good job. Isn't that what Imagineering is?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All immersion.
Physics.
Physics.
Yep.
We still gotta talk about that.
And art.
So we got to go on the Smuggler's Ride, which basically is kind of like Star Tours, but you control the outcome, right? So every single time you go on. So if you go with 4 people, you have pilot, co-pilot who steer the ship. One goes left, right. The other one goes up, down. And then there's the 2 people in the back that are like the shooters. And so basically you push a button to try and clear a way for you to, get what you need to smuggle, and then you get it out. And Monique has the video, but at one point, Carla is just swinging the handle, trying to go left and trying to go right, and we're just hitting absolutely everything in sight.
The pilot,
and Gio's going like riding the nose on the ground and coming up too quick, and it was it was hands down the funniest experience I've ever been a part of, and so much fun because Monique and I were just pushing this button the whole time. And then, from there we got to go to California Adventure, which has changed a lot since the last time I was there.
I haven't been there in a long time.
Like a lot. Like the Incredicoaster is now there. Didn't know that.
What's an Incredicoaster?
So
this is what Screamin' was. Got rebranded. That whole area is now Pixar themed.
Yeah.
Oh, really? The whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we didn't get to go on that one, which is actually okay because I feel like of all the rides I've been on that one the most. But we got to go to Avengers Campus for a little bit, which was cool. We did not get to go on the new Spider-Man ride, which I was kind of bummed about.
I didn't know they had a new Spider-Man ride.
Yeah, so you had to you could only get on with a reservation or a reservation, but they just opened it up to for standby waiting. And so we were all excited, so we went there, and then we were in line for 20, 30 minutes, and then it was temporarily closed and everybody was leaving. So then we just left as well. But then we got to do the Cars ride. And when we got in, we all buckled in or whatever. And then you know how you go through everything and then you pull up and to who you're going to race. So I'm there and I look over to see who the competitors are. And there's this kid and he looks at me and he holds up an L on his forehead, right?
What an asshole.
So I looked at him and I was like, you're going down. You're done.
Yeah, fuck
right?
Fuck
and he goes, okay. Right? So we race. Fucking smoked his ass. Right?
That a boy.
Right at the finish line, I turn around and I put my hands up in the air and he just goes okay, you won.
And then you threw.
I was fucking heated.
Yeah,
when I was like, that's right. I was all pumped as if I fucking won this guy. I did anything at all to help us win this race.
Dude, little kids can piss you off.
No, he wasn't little. He was definitely close to my age.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, dude, that ride was super fun. And then it was just a good time. It's just a good quality time. We don't get to hang out with Carla and Gio that much, so it was good to sit down and just kind of catch up and see where they're at and make some new memories together. So thank you for the tickets, Gio's sister, because she got us in. But it was a lot of fun.
Right
Super
on.
fun.
Who knew that Disneyland be the
And
place of
we got to try the birria tacos that were over there. Yeah, they have this whole taco stand that Monique wanted to try. They're pretty good, but I do think that Monique's and Dalton's is much better.
I didn't know Dalton was part of that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, he browned the meat.
I browned the meat.
Then he drank while we finished it.
Then I got drunk. So
pretty great.
Did what I could.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, well, let's take a break.
You need to take this because I can't see it.
Really quick, though, you went to Disneyland. We just talked about Disney adults last week or the week before.
We did.
How did it feel being there? Did you notice that? How did it feel being an adult? Kind of a proper adult now being at Disneyland?
It was fun. I had a great time. I got a little upset when I saw people closer to my age more excited to see the characters than the little kids. They stepped in front of the children to say hi to Goofy, and I was like, move. This is for the fucking children. What are you doing? Are you...
Everyone's living their own dream of fantasy, man.
That's fine, but also, you don't know if that might be the only time that child's going to be able to make it to Disneyland.
And that might be the only time that adult is able to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just didn't like that. Get the fuck out of the way. Let the kids have their experience. You can make the argument all you want. I still feel like that. So
I wasn't going to argue with you.
Really? Because I thought you were going to go for it. But
I have nothing to say.
No, but I definitely, I noticed, because there's, those Disney gangs. So I saw people walking around with their...
with the denim jackets.
Yeah, with the denim jackets.
They're just living their best life.
Patched up.
Yeah. So, I mean...
It's beautiful.
It was cool. I had a good time.
All right, well, let's get into our one of our, rotating segments.
One of them.
Does this? I don't think this one has a theme song.
It
Right?
has
No, you guys
jingle.
normally just say it and then I say my name.
It's Slang Trivia with
Say my name.
Matt Drumm.
Hi, I'm Matt Drumm.
I remember that. Yeah.
Thank you. Clearly, someone doesn't care about this segment. So.
I just don't care about your name.
All right, we got 5 new words for Matt Drumm. Just kind of, they're all pretty recent, I think.
So
Yeah.
this segment is basically they give me slang words because they think I'm an 80-year-old man. And yes, you can unhighlight it.
David, I messed it up.
Oh my god.
Or David will unhighlight it for you. Give me this.
Oh my god, Dalton. What did you do, buddy?
That's okay. I guess I'll
Control Z. Hit Control Z. What are you
read
doing?
it. Or just click the back button, dude.
I was clicking the
Stop
back
touching things, Dalton.
You're welcome.
button. There.
You dirty hoe. All right.
Oh my god.
Now, yeah, fix that one, please. Thank you. All right. You ready?
Yep.
This one. We'll start with the easy ones. I think he'll know all of these. To be honest.
That'll be a first.
What's good?
What's up? How are you? What's going on? How you doing?
Use it in a sentence.
Hey, what's good?
Yeah.
But there's 2 definitions in this one, so I want to hear if you can get both of them.
So the first definition is
No. Give him both ways of saying that.
Oh, like me, have me say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 definitions to it. You did one. Now do the other one.
Is the other one what it actually means? Like, hey, what's good here?
What's good?
That's not how it goes.
Okay.
It's
What's good?
It's what's good.
Oh, it's like more of a confrontational tone.
What? Oh, I thought it was like,
No.
excuse me. Like, I'm trying to get through. Like, what's good?
It's
That
more,
didn't make sense to me. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense.
So Dalton didn't know it either.
Oh my god.
so does that mean I automatically win?
What's good?
Like you're more upset and you want to know what the problem is.
Yes.
There you go.
No,
yeah.
All right, ready? This is another one.
Very
Okay.
nice. All right, one down.
All right. Deep fake.
Deep fake?
A deep fake.
Oh, that's someone can deep fake us. Basically they take a bunch of the audio files and they can make somebody say whatever it is that individual wants to create that person to say.
Okay.
So they have some with like Obama.
I know he knows this because there was a lot of like these crazy celebrity ones.
Yeah, they were just coming out saying the most outlandish things, and they were just all.
wild.
There was one with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
But yeah, turn that light on.
The next one, go off.
Go off. Go off. Go get it. Like,
Wow.
just fucking go wild.
That's really the way he took it. That is amazing. Use it in a sentence.
Hey, bro, just go off.
Wow.
But what are you saying that in response to?
Like Dalton was like, I'm gonna go see Suicide Boys. I'm like, hey, just go off. Like,
See, I don't think that's right.
No.
no.
I don't think so. Like when
Like,
someone
Dalton would have been able to use it a couple minutes ago with you.
I use it every day. I use go off every day.
Use it in a sentence for me.
Oh my god, that kid's going off right now.
That's one way.
Like he's going crazy,
He's having a
mental breakdown.
rampage or tantrum.
Oh, okay.
So when you were like, I was getting a little upset about these adults that were getting more excited than the children. I was like, let the kids go. Tom would be like, all right, go off.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna go over there and be like, hey, listen, motherfuckers.
No, I don't think I would do that.
The kids celebrate Goofy.
I just it doesn't make sense to me.
All right,
But
next
anyways.
one. Finsta.
What?
Finsta.
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 Is it a noun, a verb?
It's a noun.
Can you spell it for me?
Fin. Sta.
STA.
Thank you. I strangely understood that when he said it. Can you use it in a sentence?
No, that's your job.
Is it? I feel like you guys usually give me like more hints on
No,
this.
use the sentence now.
It's an Instagram for fins.
For fins?
Use it in a
fins.
sentence.
Hey, bro, you got? I saw. Did you get those new fins?
You gotta use it in a
saw
sentence.
that on
You didn't even use the
Finsta.
word.
Well, now you're treating it
As if it's Instagram. That's what it reminds me
you're
of.
treating it as a marketplace. You said you get those new fins off of
On
Finsta.
Finsta. Yeah, I have no idea what this one means.
Okay.
Like instantly?
It's a fake Insta, a separate Instagram account, not based on publicity and for a smaller group of friends.
So like influencers, celebrities,
They'll use it like
they have their Instagram account and then they have their Finsta when they just want to post like, hey, this is what I did this weekend.
oh, so it's like their private account for their close circle.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Last one, ready?
And it's the one that Congress was telling
Congress has a Finsta?
Mark Zuckerberg to get rid of it.
Oh, of his Finsta.
No. They asked Zuckerberg, they said, what is a Finsta? And the like chairman for Facebook was trying to explain it. And he was like, so you guys will get rid of it. And they're like, well,
No, why?
We can't, we're not in control of that. And they're like, well, you need to get rid of Finsta.
Why? Is it a separate app?
No.
Or is it just a separate account?
That's
fucking
it's just a type of
stupid.
account.
That's so dumb.
People are fucking idiots.
And that's what the chairman was like, I don't think you understand. Like, we don't control
no.
Finstas. People make them.
Yeah.
It's somebody who clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Ready?
Last one.
Zaddy.
Zaddy? It's what Dalton
Think of Ty
tries.
Dolla $ign.
Dalton tries to get me to call him all the time, but I don't.
But what does it mean?
I don't know.
Use it in a
But
sentence.
Dalton, I won't call you Zaddy.
Okay, now use it in a different type of sentence.
Dalton, I don't want you
No,
to call
stop
me
putting
Zaddy.
Dalton in there. Just use the fucking word in normal sense.
It's like a sugar daddy, like a rich daddy, sex daddy. I don't know.
Not bad.
What is it?
It's a sexually attractive man, especially an older one who is fashionable and charismatic.
Nice.
I guess it's a way to like call someone a daddy without calling them daddy.
No, cool.
Like
Right on.
Ty Dolla $ign is a zaddy.
Is he old?
He's just fucking dope, motherfucker. I love Ty Dolla $ign. I'll call him Zaddy any day, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope.
So what was my score on this one? What, 3 out of 5?
You got 3 out of 5.
Hey, that's the best I've done.
You didn't do
You
too bad,
lost
man.
the last two.
But these also weren't very hard.
Nah.
These weren't hard, David.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. All right. On to our next segment.
Our weekly
Our bi-weekly, whenever we decide to feel like we're doing it.
Our signature segment.
One of our
There we
signature
go.
segments.
There we go. God, man, you do a month of Halloween and you
I
don't know
know.
how to
We just lose track of everything.
come back
guys.
from it.
1, 2, 3. The boys' room.
Wow, you didn't even take off your headphones this time.
That one he doesn't go
I haven't done that for weeks.
because I don't lift it out, so you don't feel the need to do it. I'm literally saving the crowd.
Nobody complains but you. All right, let's do this first one.
Nobody listens but me.
Damn, don't go
Ah,
off.
fuck, that hurt.
Damn, don't go off, Zaddy.
Hey, you did it.
Hold on. Fuck. I forgot what. Get over here.
Hold on, I'll do it.
What's good?
All right.
David,
You gonna read this? You want me to?
I can read it
Nice.
unless you want to read it.
Nah.
everything's blurry for me.
Why?
I'm just tired.
Because you're old. You're getting to be a zaddy, so
Yeah.
you need glasses.
What's good, Zaddy?
So should I ask my boyfriend to split the cost of an IUD? For those who don't know, an IUD is a form of birth control. It's nice because you leave it alone for years and it protects you against pregnancy. I've wanted it for a while, and my boyfriend also recommended me to get one due to its conveniences. But I was thinking of getting it this month and was wondering if he could pay for half the cost, as the one I want is $75 to $100, which is the cheapest option.
That's not bad.
We've been together for over 2 years, and I don't feel like taking the pill anymore, and it's also not covered. Do you think it's appropriate for me to ask him to split the cost, as it's something that will benefit us both?
I guess it just depends on the person. Like, if they want to, yes, but I don't think he would be expecting it. I can see why I don't see him having a bad reaction by any means. If he is a male who thinks like a dude, he's all for it. He will help gladly. You know what I mean? So I think honestly, it's not that bad. If it's $75 to $100, like that's whatever.
Yeah,
I think survive. I can understand why she would want it to be split, but also like I don't know. I just don't see that as like a big deal.
I feel like it'd be. I want to know how long they've been together. Does that
2 years?
2 years.
Yeah, I mean,
You should be comfortable enough to ask at this point.
I don't think that's like an exuberant amount of money. 1, 2, it's not like she's asking him to pay for it, and they're like just friends, and then she's gonna go like sleep with a bunch of other people. Like she's clearly getting this for this, herself and this individual.
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird.
Now, if she leaves him after he pays her half the IUD.
DUI.
I was gonna go crazy with that one. If she breaks up with him after, then yeah, like I can understand why he'd be like, "Well, fuck, give my money back." Then you know what I mean? I think I can see him saying that out of anger.
At most, it's $50 for as much sex as you want, and you don't have a headache after. Like you don't have to like think about. You don't have the headache.
No, I don't have sex. I'm getting a headache.
What's good? You're having headaches.
You get a headache?
Okay,
every
stop
time?
using the slang trivia. It's not natural for us.
What's good?
No, like you don't have the headache of like, oh shit, like is everything okay? Like you know what I mean?
That's like, oh, it just came.
Where's the Tylenol? No, like I just think I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think that she should ask him. And
What if it was like $500 for the IUD or 1,000? Because some of them aren't go up to that cost.
Then that's a personal choice at that point.
yeah,
If they feel comfortable enough to ask, then ask. But don't expect it. Yeah,
I was gonna say, so you guys make it seem like there's no big deal, but what would she have to fear?
I mean, there's a lot of side effects that come with birth control. Any birth control.
No, from asking him.
I don't know. She shouldn't be fearful. It's a communication.
I think it's a straightforward conversation, but maybe money's tight. Maybe, maybe they've had experiences in the past where she's asked for something and he freaks out and isn't able to get it to her or doesn't want to give it to her. Like, I personally, I feel like this is a pretty straightforward conversation. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
That's easy.
All right. Very nice. Very nice.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
The next one is...
Can I say it?
I feel like the answer is yes.
Okay.
Go for it, Dalton.
Is asking out my teacher weird? I'll do it right now. No.
You're going to ask your teacher out right now?
Dude,
Your teacher's a 60-year-old,
man.
From that has nothing to do with it.
I mean,
60-year-old from like Germany or something, isn't he?
He's from England.
He's from England.
He's a dope motherfucker.
You don't want that accent?
Dude, I love this man. He is a gem. But him and his wife just got back from a road trip.
Oh.
And he was so happy. He had like, you know how like in like those pictures of Santa Claus, these guys have like rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
So homeboy
Got sunburned.
he had rosy cheeks. You could tell he was happy. His wife wobbled across the back door, and I could see her, and I said hi to her. He leaves the door open when he's working with me.
Wobbled?
I mean, she had a pretty bad car accident. She's
no.
she's been out for literally most of COVID. She's been in England. She got back and she.
Oh, that's right. She
remember?
was stuck. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then she had to stay in Louisiana for a while, and then they road tripped all the way back to Seattle.
So that's what they just got back from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. I feel like this might be weird, and so I need advice. I took a scuba diving class this semester at college. Technically, it's through the school, but it's not at the school. It's at the company. And I've had my crush on my instructor all semester. This past weekend, my class of 2 other students, me, who's 21, and my instructor, who's 27, went with a few other scuba classes to get certification. Well, the first night we were all down there, me and my instructor made out. Nothing else, just kissing.
Oh, right on.
We were flirty the rest of the weekend, and I really want to ask him to go out for drinks sometime this week. And is that wrong? I feel like it's not a weird age gap, and he's technically not a professor. I'm not sure. I just don't want to talk to friends about it. And I'd like to mention this didn't happen until after the class was technically over, so he can't really use position of power over me. He doesn't get to decide if I pass or fail. It's like taking a driving class. It's just certification stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
The worst thing you can say is no.
Yeah, no. And if this situation, I feel like it's not.
Fucking nah.
I mean, you guys made out, so
you're gonna
I
see
feel
him
like,
once. You know what I mean? Like He's your scuba diver instructor once, and then you have the cert, and you're good. So you don't really have much to lose. You're not going to see him again if you don't. Make it happen. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
The only thing that I'd be concerned about, she brings up not using a position of power, but there's still this, like, I don't know. I feel like just the way that they met, there has to be this, I feel like there is a hierarchy of, like, I don't want to say power, but like hierarchy of how they met, right? Like he's the instructor, she's the student. And some people have a really hard time separating those things.
And they'll have that like back and forth.
You know what I mean? Like and then I can see that playing out to where like, you know, because she had to do what he said, he's going to be expecting that the entire time, you know? Like, I feel like that dynamic for some people would be very hard to get past.
You think?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
I was like,
can see that being an issue.
It would be like if Dalton went to take guitar lessons and then his instructor was a girl who was like, he just was really into, and then he asked her out. Like, yeah, she was his guitar instructor, but
what I'm saying is that some people have a hard time separating those situations.
Mm-hmm.
Like if that's the basis of what your relationship was built on, that's the foundation. And some people have a hard time understanding that outside of the guitar lesson class or outside of the building where you learn how to scuba dive, like things are different. Like you're two people with two different opinions and views on things. And she doesn't always have to listen to him because he's not the instructor outside. But that would be my biggest concern.
And she could learn about that on the date.
Yeah. I mean,
no matter what, fucking ask. You're going to see this person once. Fuck it. Do it.
So if you took guitar lessons and your instructor was hot, you would ask her out?
Bro, I would woo her with the lyrics, man. I just write her a song.
Yeah?
I just be like, I came up with this last week, and it took me hours to make it, but I'll be like, I just came off my brain, off the noggin.
Then you're basing it, the entire relationship off of a lie.
Or off of creativity. Thank you.
We'll find out, won't we?
I'm not taking guitar lessons anytime soon. I've really tried. I've tried playing guitar like 4 or 5 different times, and each time it just doesn't work out. But I enjoy it so much when I have that hyperfixation. Nice.
What is we mean hyperfixation?
Like when I get fixated on something that I need to get great at, and then it like lasts like 3 weeks and it's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got our last one right here. It's called Caught My Boyfriend Weeping.
Oh my gosh.
I recently started dating someone, and he's great and he's fantastic. I was over at his cousin's house the other night, helping him babysit his cousin's daughters, who's like 7, and the other one else is like a toddler. So they made pizza and watched Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, what a night.
At some point, though, while I'm doing the washing, I realized he's been out of sight for a while, and I didn't think about it until his niece came up and asked me if he was okay. So I was alarmed, and I was like, why would you say that? And she tells me that he's outside crying. So I went outside, saw him in the driveway, and he's still in his car in the dark, weeping. And it scared me because I've never seen anyone crying unobserved like that, like really crying and like heaving sobs. And he was so upset that he didn't notice me come outside until I tapped on his car window. I asked him what was going on because at this point I was scared something horrible had happened, but he just shrugged me off and insisted he was fine. He even apologized at one point for me having caught him crying, as if that was the point. And so with the 2 kids and both of us running around the house, I didn't even realize when he'd slipped outside, but he couldn't have been there for long. So I want to know what was wrong, but I don't know how to ask again without prying. What should I do?
Pry.
No, because you hate it when I pry.
This is different.
How?
Matt, there's a difference between a relationship with a significant other and a relationship with a brother or a sister. I think we both know this.
No.
Matt, you do the same fucking thing.
What are you talking about?
Matt, you have been crying, and I've come up to you and be like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, you want to talk about it? And you're like, I'm fine. Like, I'll figure it out. I'm fine. You do your fucking, I'm fine, I got it.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing. But the only difference is like...
No, but the difference is that I cry for everything. This guy clearly doesn't do it enough for his niece to come and be worried about him.
Yes.
So for her, it's like, listen, if this was like something that happened often. I'm an emotional human being. I cry pretty often. It is what it is. Not ashamed of it. It's me. But for somebody that like doesn't do it that often, there has to be something
How do you know
big.
he doesn't do that often though?
Because she wouldn't be here asking if this was a daily occurrence.
It's the only time they're babysitting. She
And
wouldn't have ever known if her niece didn't find out.
I was gonna say it could be this is the first time she's seen him crying. He cries all the time, but he never shows her.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's like if you want somebody to be a part of your life, like you got to show them your struggles. You know, you got to show them like what makes you tick. And if he's not ready to do that, then he's not emotionally available for her. So, you know, take that for what you want. But if he's not going to give you the answers and you try and pry him for the answers, whatever that may be, and he doesn't want to give it to you, then you kind of know where it lies. He either doesn't trust you enough or he's not open to those type of conversations to be emotionally available.
But I think if you're going to ask again, bring up the fact that you've never seen that before. So you're legitimately just concerned.
Yeah,
like, it's not
of
like
course.
you're trying to get information or you're trying to get, like learn secrets or whatever. You really just care about the individual. Like, I just want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way to go about it.
Yeah.
Is there an edit? Did you find out what it was?
No, just people being rude.
Yeah, pretty much.
Either just being like, "Hey, man, it happens sometimes."
Yeah,
and other people being like, "What's the problem?
Yeah.
Why can't man cry?"
No, but then even just offering just to be there. Like, not that it doesn't sound like he'll ever take her up on it, but you never know. Like, I think just offering to be there and be present with him through whatever,
But just weeping, like that's like a very different cry.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's such like a
Expand on that a little more.
it's not a cry as in like, oh, like I'm sad. It's not a cry as in, oh, like I feel like I'm hurting. Like it's a cry of like
Someone died.
extreme external trauma where you're just like fucking you don't have, and at that moment you're hopeless. It's a very hopeless, unforgiving moment, and that's what that weeping would come from. At least from my standpoint, is that's what it resonates with me with. But
It's purposeful.
yeah, there's nothing else matters right now. Like there's no answer. Like you're just in complete disbelief and just can't seem to get around it right now. And you just gotta cry it out until your body comes down and you're able to process a thought. But it's intense, so I could see why she'd be worried. So yeah, I think she should pry him a little bit, figure out that information, come about it cautiously, come about it with a very sensitive actions, but definitely do it.
Very astute. Very good observation.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Matt, what are you squaring up with this week?
I'm squaring up with this time change. Actually, I'm squaring up with two things.
Joe, it's fucking us
It's
up.
fucking me up.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it for the same reason for me?
Like your allergies?
Oh no, I was gonna say this is the first time I square up with the fall back because I feel no difference whatsoever.
Oh, really?
Really?
I do not feel like I'm
No.
getting an extra hour of sleep.
No, I feel way more tired. Like normally this is the one that's good for me. This is when I'm like, cool, I feel rested, I feel good. But
no, because right now it's supposed to be 10:30 at night, but it's 9:30.
yeah, but then I wake up and it should be 5.
I don't understand this time change bullshit.
Well, no, that's what I'm squaring up
Yeah.
with. I'm squaring up with the fact that we still have to do this. I'd rather just pick one time frame and just stick with it.
Caleb said
states
it's
that
not
have done it.
Caleb said we're not doing it next year.
He just decided that.
Yeah,
He's
we're
the-
done.
No, he said
the
the state
the Jum
decided.
family is not doing it.
The state decided that they're not.
No,
gonna do it
but
next year.
this one's fucking me up way more than normally. It's the other time change that
Because
will
normally you
screw me.
Yeah, because then you're waking up late, but it's easier to stay up later. Right now, it should be harder to stay up later,
It is.
but easier to get up, and that's not the case.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite.
I get up fine.
It's hard for me to get up, and staying up this late sucks.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, I'm just tired all the time. So
Exactly.
this adjustment sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm also squaring up with this fucking drive. I only have to do it for a couple more days. And
Dude, hasn't it gotten worse?
it's the fucking
It just
worst,
is getting
dude.
longer, man.
You squared up with this last week.
I
too.
know, but it's just been so bad. And I know it's because the end is in sight. But goddamn.
It's a long drive. And I'm thinking like, oh man, from where we at to come here on Sundays for a football game.
Yeah,
Like,
that'll be.
I can't drink coffee till I get here because I would just shit my pants.
Yeah.
I'm just calculating at this point.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, we got to bring bags in case we want to take some of Dad's food, take all his food.
Yeah.
Just got to figure stuff out.
Nice.
But yeah, Dot, what are you squaring up with this week?
Same thing as you, pretty much. I feel like we've been on the same wavelength recently.
Mm-hmm.
David, what are you squaring
Pretty
up with,
good.
sir?
I said mine with the
Time
fact
sheet?
that
The time sheet?
it hasn't done any good.
All right. Then what's your woe, dude?
Any good?
My woe, dude, was just the fact that like Facebook just changed its name. It's Facebook, but now it's not Facebook anymore.
It's Meta.
Yeah.
I expected the app to change to Meta, but it didn't.
That's weird.
So,
Do you think they're still going to keep the name?
yeah, Facebook is gonna the
app,
platform,
the platform
is gonna
will stay
keep its
Facebook,
name,
yes.
even if the company has a different
Got
name
it.
now.
Yeah.
But yeah, even just
I
the
thought they
fact-
were changing everything.
Me
to
too. But yeah, just the fact that like we're one step closer to the Oasis from Ready Player One.
Yep.
It's just how it
Meta.
is.
Get ready to find some
I
Easter
would
eggs.
love for it to be what it looks like it could be, but I imagine it just being like moving Roblox. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I'm sure it'll start out like that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's a new world. It's the virtual reality, which is going to be the new future. So we'll see.
They
And
said
what's
that
going to
about
be crazy
3D
is like
too.
construction. Like there's still going to be construction, but it's just going to be like an area of the world that developers are still working on. You know, if there's a glitch, they're going to have to go back. And so we're not getting rid of construction.
It's going to open a lot of jobs.
It's going to be interesting. Very interesting.
I could actually, program stuff for it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Well-
That'd actually be dope.
What is your woe dude of the week, Dalton?
Suicide Boys.
That was your woe dude?
Yep.
Man, go whoa, dude.
I saw him and I went, whoa. And I just fucking went crazy. I went off. It was great. It was an amazing experience. Can't wait to do it again.
What?
I don't think I have a whoa, dude.
You don't have a woe dude?
I don't think so. Oh, yes, I do. Mr. Toad's Incredible Adventure is the only ride at Disneyland that isn't owned by Disney or isn't a Disney story.
Like they don't own the copyright.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Some book out of England.
I don't know. The carousel is King Arthur. They definitely don't own the rights to that story
Maybe not the only one. One of the few.
Do
But
they
either way,
know?
anyways.
How do you know?
because it's a public domain. It's like a myth. It's just a myth.
Just a myth.
Wow, you're really not for it, huh? You really don't like King Arthur.
What about you, dude? What's your woe, dude?
Myth.
I started this, Matt. What got you? What got you stoked this week?
What got me stoked this week? Disneyland definitely got me stoked this week. I hadn't been there in a long time. I had a lot of fun. What about you? What got you stoked this week, Dalton?
You know what? I've had some really good meditation sessions recently. So I've been pulling like some 20, 30 minuters right recently. It's been very nice.
Nice.
How about you, David?
Getting like 20 plus people all to fit in a yard house and like sit at one table and celebrate
Talk
Rachel.
about an adventure.
Just seeing how happy she was. That
Yeah.
was
As long as she enjoyed it, man.
yeah. There was like a little back and forth where I was like, you keep focusing on these surprises because now we're on my birthday, and I'm like, do you want me to surprise you more often, or like you're planning a surprise for me, but are you planning it because you want to plan a surprise, or do you think I want to be surprised? And it was just back and forth. I was like,
Because it's super annoying to surprise you.
why?
Because you're David.
You naturally resist.
Yeah, like you're just, you're an ass.
But I just don't know. I'm like, I don't need it to be a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad.
You also don't do well with surprises because you have
The need to know everything.
No, you need to know the social event so you can get mentally prepared for it. Otherwise, the first 20 minutes are you getting mentally
and
getting
it's you
into the
adjusting,
zone.
and you're just
That
like,
makes sense.
Especially if you're in like this is gonna be a chill day, and then it ends up just being a fucking rager. You know, like you'll be excited, but it'll take you like a solid 15 to like warm up to it. You know?
either that or a beer and a half. So pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, beer will get you there quicker though, probably. But so, all right, made it this far in the podcast. Thank you so much for your time. Go ahead and leave us a 5-star rating and a review wherever you're listening to this. If you're here on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below, the bell notification icon in the corner, and yeah, that's it. Do all the things. I forgot what I was going to say, but everybody stay safe, stay healthy. We will see you next week. Until then, I'm Drum.
And I'm Drummer.
Everyone be safe. Bye.